Saturday. First things first, check-in photo time. Okay, that's a bit of a physique update. 6 weeks into the diet, roughly 5 kilos down thus far. Because I'm having to wait for the sun to come up, which doesn't come up till about 7:30 unfortunately at the minute, I went and did some steps prior to this to get kick-started on the 10k for the day. Obviously posing, had my coffee, now it's time to jump on the bike, get the cardio knocked out, the third one for the week, and then we'll crack on with meal one, because I'm already hungry, but we've got cardio to do. Alright, that's cardio done. I'm a bit puffed. Let's see what the quad pump is looking like post 25-ish minutes on the bike. Anyway, I'm going to go make some breakfast because I'm bloody hungry. Alrighty, just sitting down for meal number one. A bit later than I would ordinarily like to, but you know, have to get my steps in, cardio in, check-in photos done, all of that malarkey. So, all showered, as you've seen, egg whites and chicken. So, don't be envious. Anyway, I'm watching a bit of the recap, a bit of NSP on the Arnold UK. So, the pre-judging for the Open has gone down this morning. I watched a bit of it, looking like Hardy's going to win. Not as comfortably as the US one, Wesley winning the Classic as well this morning. I'm probably not going to talk about it as much as I did in the cardio chats video 2 videos ago, purely for the fact that this video is coming out not for another month, and it'd be a bit redundant if I talk about the Arnold, particularly when it's so, you know, there'll be other shows coming up by then. Anyway, anywho, I'm going to chat out on this. One thing I thought was a cool, where's my phone, if I get it up, was I was just looking through sort of the last 6 weeks of the contest prep. If you can see there, you know what, I'm just going to pop the photo up on the screen anyway, just here. So that's 6 weeks difference, 5 kilos down in that time. You know, it's wild, even though I'm 5 kilos down, I actually look bigger. Anyway, that's enough of that. I'm going to eat this because I'm starving. Catch you in the next clip. Actually, I forgot to tell you what this video is even going to be about. It's going to be a bit of a day in the life of me on the weekend, natural bodybuilder in a contest prep. You know, my routine and all of that on a weekend when there's not much planned is pretty robotic, some would say. So, you know, this might be a little bit boring, but, you know, I'm going to try and pump out the content. This is purely just me just trying to document the process, all of that, what goes into it, so you know, when you see the end result, you can know this is what it took to get there. So, just a bit of a thought. Alrighty, pre-workout meal has been consumed. If you want to know what it is, it's just chicken, rice and pineapple. I uploaded a full day of eating a few videos ago, when this one comes out. So I think it actually comes out tomorrow in real time. My diet actually hasn't, and that was filmed a couple of weeks ago, but my diet and calories, macros hasn't actually changed since then. So go back and watch that for the full day of eating. So I appreciate anyone that's watched that one. Anyway, time to head to the gym. We got pull at Powerhouse today. Just arrived here at excuse me, Powerhouse, in for pull, as I alluded to. So this is the same session that I did do as a raw pull session that came out last week, so probably 4 or 5 videos ago. So I'm not going to go into too much depth in this session, but I'm sure I'll pop a couple clips of the session in if I get that filmed. So just now in the rest of my pre, as you saw, I think I popped a clip before this of the grind 2 scoops, which is my go-to, the staple, and then dominate, so just a bit of caffeine and stim in that. Going a little bit higher on the stim today. I say a little bit higher, probably 200 to 220-ish, so about 10 grams worth, which is probably 1.5 scoops, so maybe more like 240. Anywho, I'm gonna nail this. Been in the freezer since 6 a.m. this morning when I woke up, and it's all nice and frozen. It's like a slushy. It's an absolute treat. I remember back in my 2021 prep, in the lockdown days, I would have, let's say, a stim pre and a pump or a non-stim pre, and I would have them in separate shakers because I didn't want to merge the flavors, and I just wanted both, 2 shakers effectively full of a treat, because when your taste buds are like that, you're like, I really want to savor it, whereas then peak off season, like, let's just nail this with as little water as possible and just get it down into my system. Fingers crossed it's not too busy in there, because notoriously Powerhouse gets quite busy these days, so we can just hopefully keep to ourselves and get a good solid lift in. Catch us in there. Hello, this is Nick from the future. So unfortunately, as I was recording this clip, the audio didn't work, so I'm here post-production to sort of explain what I'm talking about. So post-workout, I did have a bit of a car chat, but again, unfortunately, the audio of that didn't work. So here I am making my post-workout. So I prepared earlier this morning a bit of cream of rice in the chocolate flavor. As you can see, I've just popped that in front of the screen. So I've got 100 grams there. I made it in the morning so I can have it cold as opposed to warm. I'm adding in 100 grams of raspberries here as well. I am typically a, Mackenzie's rice flour operator, but a bit of a treat on the weekends, or, every so often I'll, opt for the chocolate variant, as opposed to just the effectively plain rice flour. Now onto the protein portion of the meal, and I've just shown you the ISO Lucid in the 5 kilo vanilla, which I've currently got on the go. And yes, it's 5 kilos, so it's going to last me quite a while. By Axe Labs, would recommend. Very, very tasty. So typically when I make my cream of rice, normally I would just mix the protein into the cream of rice. Whereas now I'm wanting to, effectively make a sludge, which I did do like quite frequently and most of the time in 2021 contest prep, purely because I just needed that, that sweetness, drizzled on top of my cream of rice, which I'm sort of doing here, and explaining that I'm adding, small amount of water, because you can always add more water, but you can't take it away. Once I complete that and, stir it up, which is what I'm saying in the clip, I'll then drizzle it over top of my cream of rice. I'm also conscious that potentially the quality of the video here isn't quite as good. I was fiddling around with the settings, and hence why the audio has somehow done something, and the video quality is not quite as good. I did consider scrapping this video, but we're already 12 minutes into the video, so we're going to leave it and hopefully make it work. So mixing it all together, the protein here, quite vigorously, and then you'll see in a moment, I'm adding more water by the looks of things. As you can see now, I've changed the angle and not really focusing as I would like. Pouring the protein in a bit of a sludge, which you can see how delicious that looks. And it was delicious, by the way. I've obviously subsequently consumed this, so making sure that I get it all out, and obviously desired consistency. I like this type of consistency, still relatively thick. I then popped it in the fridge for a bit while I had a shower, and as you can see, this is what it looks like. Trying to make the camera focus, but I'm not sure it really did too much help there. So anyway, pop some salt on it, some salt flakes. As I said, popped it in the fridge after this, make it a bit cooler. Can pop it in the freezer, but don't have any room for it. So great success, as you can see. Alrighty, so after some technical difficulties on some of the last couple of clips, I'm hoping that we're back and the audio quality isn't too bad. Probably shouldn't be up that close to the camera, but anyway, meal number 4 is about to go down. So here I've got some kangaroo fillet. If you can see the bit of I don't know if it's a hack or whatnot for contest prep, particularly if you're hankering for a steak, which I generally do at times. I love a good steak meal. So this is, relatively close to a good steak, particularly the fillets. You can get the steaks, and often at times you get cuts or pieces which are a bit gamey, a bit chewy, whereas the fillets tend to be pretty good for the most part. In terms of calories per 100 grams, it's like one fat. So next to fat-free, just about. So I'll do 200 grams here. The whole packet's 400, so it nicely just splits into 2. I have 1 meal now and probably 1 tomorrow with this. I'm also cooking up some asparagus, so the notional veg intake for the day. So got the asparagus just sizzling away there. So, to be honest, I've been pretty mashed since I've gotten back from training. I've just been editing this video, doing a few work bits, things on the computer, watching a bit of the footy. It's nice to have it all back, round 1, even though it was round 0 last week. But anyway, I'm going to get this cooking and I'll show you once it's plated up. So the way I like to cook my kangaroo is pretty high heat and, nicely grill it, char it on one side, and then flip it, have it on there briefly, but then turn it off and let it sit like any other steak, to be honest, and let it nice and sizzle. So it's been sitting for a few minutes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get it, chop it up, and pop it on top of my bowl of rice. Alrighty, all sliced up. Look at this. Let me pick you up and flip you around. That focuses. Maybe a touch overcooked, but you know, it's going to be delicious either way. So I'm going to make sure this is still, gee whiz, make sure this is stable. Yes, it's going to be crooked, but anyway, smoked salt, we're back. I'm going to sprinkle a douse of this on there, along with some low salt, and get this down the hatch, because I'm hungry, even though I'm lying, I'm not that hungry. I ate my post-workout about an hour and a half ago, but it's almost 5 o'clock. I need to get this meal in, and then I'll have my last meal in a couple of hours, but I want to make sure that I get this in, digest it before I get my last meal in. Alright, so don't mind the bopping up and down. I'm doing some steps to finish off the 10k for the day, so I'm on about 8.5 for the day, so need about 10-15 minutes worth. I've just got Olivia mocking me as she does her nighttime cardio. So since we were pretty late at the footy last night, she didn't want to get up too early to do her cardio this morning, so instead doing it this afternoon.
Yeah.
Got anything else to add? I'll give you the mic if you'd like.
No, I'm okay. I don't have much to say.
She doesn't have much to say. Okay, great. It is quite warm. It is about 30 degrees, so I was tempted to pop the aircon on that's just here, but I think we'll be okay for the duration. Anywho, POA for the remainder of the day. Maybe a bit of self-care. Maybe a... What?
You see the cat on the roof?
Let me see if I can see that. Maybe I'll try and zoom. I'll pick up that in a second.
Sorry.
Let me stop for a sec. So out the dirty window, can I zoom in 1 second?
Oh, it's hilarious. Looks like a little sphinx.
There we go.
There you go.
You see the cat? Just up. How about it?
Baking.
Alright, so as I was alluding to, the POA, so maybe a bit of self-care, maybe a bit of face mask for a Saturday evening, relaxed. Potentially watch a movie if we don't fall asleep prior, mid-movie. I'm one of the, I don't know if anyone's like this. I know some people love a movie and can just sit through, movies on end, hour and a half, 2 hour kind of films. I would much prefer and have the ability to sit through, let's say, 2-3 episodes of a show, doco series, whatever we're watching, even though that might be 2 hours, I'd happily do that over a movie.
The attention span.
Yeah, I think
on one thing.
Yes.
You don't care for a developing story very much.
No. So, and I struggle to watch movies for the first time, because then you just stop watching or you lose concentration for 10 minutes and all of a sudden
you've lost the whole story.
Yeah, lost the story and all of that. Anyway, Libby, what are you eating for dinner?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm, not sure.
Might order some sneaky snacks.
Oh, okay. Olivia starts dieting on Monday.
Yeah.
Or Tuesday.
Tuesday. So I'm gonna have it off then. Saving my ability.
So there might be what do you reckon, a couple's like full day of editing, a shred episode in the future. Anywho, I'm going to finish the rest of these, maybe another 5-10 min steps, and we'll catch us on the flip side. Alright, all showered up and got my Blink 182 top on. So this is the pink and black and white kind of version one. Fun fact, the one that Olivia actually bought this online probably a week and a half to 2 weeks before the concert. but then it didn't come before the concert, so we had to buy one at the concert, of course, so we could wrap another one, which is a navy and white one, which is also very cool. But anyway, so it is now face mask time. So let's give this a whirl. Read the relevant instructions. How to use it. I imagine self-explanatory, but let's give this a whirl. And whilst I watch a bit of the football, got the Twilight game on. We've got the Giants absolutely mogging the North Melbourne. Feels a bit funny, doesn't it? I'm also using this camera as a bit of a mirror so I can make sure that I put this on correctly. I don't think I've got it too well, but it covers most of my face. There we go. It feels funny. Anyway, alright, let's leave this on for 15. Let's see how we go. Self-care is done. Do I look glowing?
Glowing.
Glowing. Anyway, Olivia has her pizza.
Yeah.
Pizza girl is back. Let me flip around. Do you want to tell them what they got?
Yes, I have it looks funky, but it's called a diavola, so it's like this spicy pork stuff, olives, pepperoni, spicy pepperoni. There's like chunks of potato and then caramelized onion.
Ooh, what a treat.
Yeah.
Happy with yourself?
Yeah, it's tasty.
Right, you've also got...
Some cookies coming.
I've got my oats, which looks like a bowl of oats, so you don't need to see that. Anyway, we're going to watch American Underdog.
It's a movie.
It's a movie. Alrighty, so I think that's going to round out. It's only 6:40, but given that we're both onto our last meals, and we're going to watch a movie potentially and make it to the end, maybe, and get an early night. So if you like the video,
Comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell.
Do all of that thing.
Stay tuned.
New video every Sunday, 5 p.m. Catch you in the next one.
Sign out. Pizza girl, sign out.